Man, I'm so curious if you are a sealed investor, if you're an investor bro in the Pokemon space, what exactly are you buying right now? Because I think like it used to be plays were so obvious. It's like, hey, this is a very obvious pickup if you want to invest in something to make money over the next couple of years. Just put your money here and it's a pretty safe bet that it's going to be worth more later. And now, because there's so much hype, so much demand, I don't think it's quite as easy. And so I just want to chat about that and I want to know. And that is different from having a business, buying and selling. So that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. But what's up, guys? My name's TJ. Glad you're here. I run a business called Poke Pastor TCG. I buy and sell Pokemon cards. I've done about $250,000 in sales in the last 15 months. I do about $15,000 to $18,000 of sales every single month, give or take, sometimes more, sometimes less. This month is going to be significantly more because I made a big deal a little bit ago where I sold a bunch of cards like in one big swoop. But that's kind of neither here nor there. But if you guys enjoy the content, we're really close to 2K subs. So subscribe to the channel, leave a like, comment below, tell me something about Pokemon business, Pokemon cards, Pokemon investing, and I usually reply to all of the comments. So say what's up. But yeah, so when I first got into the Pokemon business space, or even before way before I started a business, I watched like investing content. And if you guys aren't familiar, there's a whole branch of Pokemon YouTube, Pokemon card YouTube, where people talk about like the investing plays, right? You know, so I'd watch people like Poke Oz, Rudy from Alpha Investments, Nostalgianomics, like all the investor bros, the people who are like, you know, top 5 Pokemon investments from the Sword and Shield era, stuff like that. And it was, I mean, I still watch some of it, and it's good content, like fun content to watch. You know, it's not for everyone, and I get that. And it definitely, I mean, it definitely is fully in the like, hey, we're looking at cards not as art, not as you know, game pieces for people to, you know, play the game with, but this is like an actual financial investment, and for good reason, right? Because there's a ton of evidence that shows that sealed product over time is, you know, just up and to the right, baby. And that's what's been true. And so when I started watching that stuff, this was back towards the end of Sword and Shield, beginning of Scarlet and Violet, where you would, because there wasn't a tremendous amount of demand in the hobby for sealed booster boxes, you could go to a card store and you could buy a booster box of Scarlet and Violet Pokemon cards for less than $100. Sometimes significantly less than $100. I remember there's a card shop in the south side of the cities called I can't even remember what it's called now. Somewhere down in like Hopkins area. You guys aren't familiar with Minnesota if you're watching, so it doesn't really matter. And I went in there and they had Paldea Evolved booster boxes, and they had them for sale for like $86 a piece or something like that. And I was like, hey, I wonder, because I had been watching all this content and I had heard people say, hey, Paldea Evolved, I think, is a set that people are going to look back on fondly. This is back when everyone was like, not Scarlet and Violet. This stuff stinks. I don't want any. I mean, seriously, like, it seems if you're new to the Pokemon space, you're like, no, that's not a thing. I swear. Like, Sword and Shield was ending. Everyone thought Crown Zenith was cool. People enjoyed, you know, opening Crown Zenith. That was the last Sword and Shield set. And then Scarlet and Violet base came out, and, you know, the Scarlet and Violet game itself, like, was, you know, okay. I played it. I actually kind of enjoyed it, but people did not like the new designs. People thought, you know, Koraidon and Miraidon were, like, super lame. All the other Pokemon, like the new Pokemon, they thought were super lame. The starters, like, maybe there were some people that thought Sprigatito, like Florgato and Meowscarada were cool, but like for the most part, people hated the new starters. And so the first 2 sets, really, the first few sets, but specifically the first 2, people hated. And so like I found myself in this card shop on like a, you know, afternoon after work one day. And they had these boxes, Paldea Evolved, for $86. And the Magikarp, the, you know, big hit from that set now, really one of the big hits from Sword and Shield. Do I have one? No, I think, yeah, I might have one over there. It doesn't matter. I think that was still like a $20 or $30 card. Like it hadn't even popped yet. Like the Iono was the most expensive card in that set, the trainer card, Iono, which Iono is cool, by the way. Great card for the game, just really cool trainer from the, yeah, all that stuff. Anyways, and so I asked them, I said, hey, would you be able to, like, how many do you have? And they were like, oh, we got lots. Of course they do, because nobody wanted it. And so these shops could just buy grips and grips and grips of boxes from these distributors. And so I said, how many, how low can you get the price if I buy it by case? And they were like, well, how many cases can you buy? I was like, what's the lowest you could do if I buy 4 cases? And they said $2,000. So I spent $2,000 on 4 cases of Paldea Evolved. That's $500 a case. That's like 82, 83, something like that, dollars a box. That box now is like $400. That was I didn't do anything special. Like that wasn't like a, wow, TJ, like you're really, you're a genius. Like you're like that was nothing special. It did not take a rocket scientist to look at where the Pokemon hobby was, where it had been, and be like, hey, booster boxes for $80. If you can hold on to those for a couple years, you'll probably see some decent returns. I still have those cases, by the way. So I guess I haven't made any money yet because I haven't sold them, right? That's how it works. But now, like, what is the obvious play? You tell me. Like, I don't spend a tremendous amount of time in the investment space. I really enjoy the business space. And I've heard, like, some people in the investment space kind of, like, poo-poo the, like, business space and, like, slinging cards. And they're like, ha, you plebs, you absolute morons, just dishing out cards and trying to flip it and make money. You're spending so much time doing this. Like, you're an idiot. Just buy it and sit on it, and then you'll make more money. It's like, well, yeah, but I actually enjoy, like, I enjoy selling cards. I enjoy what I'm doing. Like, I'm not strictly doing this for money. I'm doing it because I like doing it, because I enjoy the process of buying cards and sorting cards and selling cards and building a brand and making content. Like, this is stuff that I actually enjoy, and helping you guys make content, right? Which, by the way, so many of you guys have reached out saying that you're, progressing through the levels on TCG Player. Like, hey, I am a level 3 seller now, or I'm excited for level 4 and I'm going to screw around with mass price. Like, that's dope. Keep that up. Like, way to go. You're crushing it. So I do actually enjoy this so much more than investing. Investing is, cool if it pays off, but there's not a ton of, it's not super fun. Like, it's just, hey, the box, look at this. Best in Rivals. Cool box. You guys can't even see it, whatever. Best in Rivals box up there. And so I wonder, like, if I wasn't in the business space, if I wasn't actively flipping cards, buying and selling, and I was just in the investing space, I think it would be kind of boring right now, because I'm not sure what I would do. I'm not sure what I would be buying. I'm not sure I'd be buying anything, really. Like, everything is so, there's been so much money that has came into the hobby. There's so much demand for every single product. I mean, Black Bolt and White Flare just came out, and, like, it's not like you can just go and buy these for $40, $50 in ETB. I think they're like 80 or 90 bucks a piece, which is, like, pretty expensive for an ETB that just came out. Like, these things are within print for a long time. Like, same thing with this guy, the old EV one, the Prismatic. Like, that just came out, and I don't know how much it's worth now, but I don't know that I'd be buying it for whatever the market price is right now. Like, it's so new. And the craziest thing, like, the absolute insanity of all of this, because there are so many people in the investing space now, so many people, there are so many people consuming, investing content. There are so many people doing what a lot of you guys probably do. What I have is, a portion of their basement or a closet somewhere where they've got, $10, $20, $30,000 of cards just sitting there. That might seem like a lot to you, but it's really not that uncommon for people to have that just sitting there, to where when prices drop, as the market tries to correct, as some demand goes away, there are so many whales in this space that have money just waiting. And as things go down, I think people buy the dip so quickly that it, like, artificially keeps things high. I could be wrong. Like, and again, I don't, as a business, like, speaking not as an investor, but just like, hey, I'm buying people's collections and I'm selling people's collections. Like, the value of sealed product does not change that much for me. It's not like I'm shilling product to you guys, sealed product that I'm selling to you. Like, I don't really plan on selling sealed anytime soon. I think, like, over the past couple of weeks, I'm like, hey, if I buy collections that have some sealed products in it, I'm probably just gonna hold on to the sealed and sell the singles, and then I'll kind of, like, break even and get my cost basis down on the sealed stuff, and just, yeah, because I don't know, shipping with boxes and stuff, like, I used to do a ton of that. And it is a bit of a hassle, and maybe at some point in the business I'll get there, or get back there rather. But at least for right now, I'm just gonna keep grinding with singles. But I am so curious, and I guess the question I have for you, if you are someone that's in the investing space and you're like trying to actively buy every single month, are you still doing that? Like, are you still finding product that you're like, hey, this is a good play, I want to buy this product? Or are you kind of just waiting? Do you have a bunch of capital that you're just like sitting somewhere and you're like, hey, I'm gonna wait until stuff, or are there products where you're like, hey, 151 is the best set that Pokemon has created in, since Evolving Skies. And so every time I can, I'm buying 151 ETBs. Like, I'm just buying them. I don't think Pokemon will ever be able to print enough 151, especially this far after it came out, to quench the demand for that set. And I think it will just continue rising. And if you got the take, like, I'm not going to argue with you. That set's crazy. The amount of 151 singles that I've sold, probably like 3X's or 4X's, all of the other singles that I've sold for sure. Like, I mean, everyone loves that set, right? Nostalgia sells. People love their Kanto Pokemon. But if it's not that, like, what else? Are there other plays that you're making, or are you not in the investing space at all? Do you think the investing space is part of the reason why the hobby is where it is right now? I want to know. So just leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. And then also, like, if somebody disagrees with you, gosh, this is like, yeah, I'm about to go on a tangent. This is like one of the most triggering things that I do, just content in general, is that there is no level of nuance for disagreement at all. Like, if anyone is like, no, I actually think sealed investing is okay, well, I think it's actually like detrimental to the hobby, wow, like, I'm gonna yell horrible things at you. Like, we're not playing League of Legends. Like chill, dude. Like, it's okay to have a disagreement. Gosh, like, I have people disagree with me all the time. It's not that big of a deal. In fact, I had someone come to church this weekend and tell me I wasn't a real pastor because I didn't agree with their interpretation of it. Anyways, that was pretty fun. But those things happen, right? It doesn't bug me. Like, it's okay for someone to have a disagreement with me. Like, that's all right. I feel like if your entire worldview or your entire like opinion about the state of a hobby, which again we're talking about like cardboard, if you're gonna feel so threatened by someone challenging what you believe that you're gonna like get like actually upset, that's a bit of yikes. So anyways, yeah, a little talk of sealed stuff and what are you doing, a little story of where the market was when I got in. But I'm curious to know, what do you guys think? Are you buying stuff to hold? Are you just buying stuff to open? What are you doing with the sealed product that you get right now? Well, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, Jesus loves you. God has an incredible plan for your life. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.